Yeah, Bandhani.
Introduction. A small, worn cottage, standing all alone in the woods. There is nothing besides darkness and moonlight. Inside, an old man lying on his deathbed and counting his breaths. In a bleak milieu of woods, there is a small window in his room, and moonlight is coming from that window, falling directly on the face of that old man, and the remaining room is shrouded in darkness. Despite his troubles, his face has an optimistic expression, and he is laughing as if he were a jester. Surrounding him, there are his three friends who are comforting him. Scene starts.
See the cruelty of fate. Is it you, Mani? What brings you here? I am here for you.
The cameraman focuses on the characters' faces.
Leave me alone. I am fine.
Nocturnal, we are not leaving you like this.
There is nothing wrong with me. Why are you all bothering me? I don't want to see any of your faces. Suddenly, you all come back in my life after an age of ghosting. I am fine without you. Philip, go and materialize your dreams rather than sitting with your dreadful friend.
Nocturnal is laughing in a terrible manner with rattling sounds. All his friends are perspiring and looking at one another. The cameraman takes the shot from an ideal position, and then the camera gets close to the eyes of Nocturnal. He is remembering a scene from 40 years back when they all were young and diverting in different paths. Leaving Nocturnal behind, he remains throughout his life a yokel and a countryman living in a small cottage.
Philip, he is freezing. Look at him. We must do something now.
Looking at Nocturnal.
Mani, you are dearest to him.
When Philip is saying this, Nocturnal gets up and points a finger at Mani, and without saying anything, he feels unconscious and lost in the past. Cameraman comes close to Nocturnal. Suddenly, the screen gets dark. Flashback.
Come, everybody, we're going for hiking.
I'm writing a book about the psychological thrillers, so leave me alone.
Philip sitting under the shadow of the tree and imagining about his expectations with dreamy eyes, he says,
I have something else to execute, therefore I can't join you.
I am going with someone else.
Hearing this from his closest friend left him with grief and heartbreak.
Why are you all leaving?
No one has any answer to his question, so they all remain silent. This is their last encounter. Now, after 40 years, they are under the same roof, expecting convivial behavior from Nocturnal. Back to cottage, flashback ends. Philip and Mani trying to wake him up with splashes of water and futile hopes.
Existence and its mortality destroyed our friend.
He said this while eating his fingers.
Don't worry, he will be fine. Otherwise, this is the course of nature. He fell unconscious because of fear, and now, when we're with him, he will be fine.
Philip is trembling with unknown fear.
You two are talking about absurd things. You must be afraid of death.
Clouds are shrouding the moon, and now moonlight is falling just on the eyes of Nocturnal.
I'm not talking about anything, Mani. Who said I'm afraid of death?
He frowned his eyebrows while saying this, and with a shivering leg.
Exactly, I'm not afraid of that, just like Kafka. I have to materialize my dreams and live a life of my dreams.
In his mind, he is remembering his achieved dreams and started questioning about his ultimate motive. When I have to lie just like Nocturnal one day and count my breaths. In the meantime, Nocturnal is shuddering in unconsciousness, and a cameraman is focusing on his eyes that are illuminated with moonlight.
Then why are you two shivering? Death must be troubling your thoughts, huh?
It is not the death that is troubling me, it is departing of my beloved friend. But Mani, why are you laughing in such condition?
You have no affection for your friend. Maybe it is you who is afraid of darkness and trying to deceive us with your deceptive smiles. Let me tell you, this portrayal of smile is of no use.
Mani begins to perspire and tries to shroud it by coughing. Feeling as if he has been caught, Mani tried to change the topic of discussion.
Let's get rid of it. How's your book performing?
Kafka realized Mani's tactic, and with frowned eyebrows he said,
My book is not the subject here.
Mani, why don't you accept that you're afraid of dark? It is natural, my friend. Everyone is not brave like me for obvious reason. No one has achieved more than me, and the realization of my great expectations are evident.
Brave. You are deceiving yourself. You are trembling like leaves and you are not living in a brave new world. So stop beguiling yourself.
Seeing towards Mani in a patronizing way, he says,
We know that Nocturnal is your dearest friend.
Yes, she is my dearest friend, but that does not mean I'm afraid of darkness.
Kafka pointing a finger towards Mani, and he says,
Yes, you are afraid of darkness.
Nah, never.
Philip, stop blaming Mani. You yourself stayed away from your loved ones throughout your life and achieved nothing except some futile achievements that have no motive and purpose in your life, so your trembling is justified.
Philip standing from his chair and starts advancing towards Kafka.
Whose life has been wasted more, yours or mine? My achievements are not futile, and don't dare to talk about them.
Well, they are futile. And now, when you see your life from a broader perspective, you realize the absurdity in achieving such goals. But the time is inevitable. It will not come back for anyone, especially for you.
In the meantime, Philip sat down on his chair.
Kafka, let me tell you something.
While Mani is saying this, a sudden noise comes from outside the cottage, and Kafka shrieks.
What was that noise? Is there anyone outside the cottage?
Cameraman takes a shot of the outside of cottage through the window.
Let me see.
Philip goes to the window to see outside, but as he stands before the window and sees outside, the remaining moonlight is not allowed to enter the room, making the room completely dark.
There is no one outside.
As Philip turns from window to sit on his chair, another noise is being made, but this time the room has already been overtaken with darkness, so not only Kafka shrieked, but Philip and Mani are yelling and letting their emotions out. The cameraman is taking the shots of entire cottage from one face to another.
But there is no one outside the room. Then by the name of 7 mad gods, who is making the noise?
While all this happening, Nocturne wakes up from his unconsciousness and seeing their conditions, starts laughing in a high-pitched, most hysterical way as if he is making fun of their fears.
Don't worry, brave people. There may be some exotic animal who is making that noise.
Mani, while clutching the armrest of the chair and in agonizing tone, he says,
There is someone. I am telling you, there is someone. Mani, don't be afraid of the darkness. No, Nocturne, Kafka is afraid of the darkness.
Yes, yes, Kafka is afraid of dark.
Stop arguing. This is me who is afraid of the dark.
What was the purpose of my life?
Who will remember me?
How do we make peace with our fears?
Why am I afraid of the dark?
Ramification of all these events, Kafka realized that everyone is afraid of the darkness, but no one accepts it.
It is the only thing we take with us when we depart. He is endeavoring to reveal everyone's fear.
What happens when we depart?
Who will materialize my dreams after I am gone?
What will I do without you?
How can I incorporate this fear in my writings?
Everyone has different response to Kafka's statement. As the screen fades to dark, Nocturnal asks the final question. Who is truly brave? The one who faces the dark or the one who admits they are afraid? Now we have a question for all of you. Tell us, who is afraid of the dark?